John Lusk here of Lusk Archery Adventures. Series testing, successful hunting. Today I'm testing another head by Crimson Talon. It's the Bone Crusher. And this comes in a lot of different weights, but I'm testing the all steel model. It's machined out of A2 tool steel, and it's 175 grains, so it's a whopper of a head here. And we're going to go through some of the design features and specifications, and then put it to the test using all the testing regimen that I'm doing for 2022. And for a detailed description about that, as well as how it performed in each of the different tests that I do, please consult the description right below this video. It have all that outlined there. And then stay tuned at the end for the cumulative score as well as the overall Lusk grade. And for all these tests, I'm using my Bowtech SR6 set at 72 pounds. I'm using Bishop FOC King arrows for most of the shots, and then I'm using the Bishop Fat Eliminators for the really hard impact ones. Let's check out this Bone Crusher. Here's a good look at the Bone Crusher X. Now the Bone Crusher X means it's 175 grains. It's 175 grains because it uses an all steel ferrule. There's one piece of A2 tool steel that comprises the ferrule, and A2 is a really good steel in a broadhead application because it has a really good resistance to impact, much greater than typical stainless steel. Now, before I go into the details of this head, I want to show you they also make a 100 grain model. And in the 100 grain model of the Bone Crusher, you have an aluminum, 7075 aluminum, which is a good aluminum for the body, and then you have this stainless steel chisel tip. They also make a 125 grain model that has the same 7075 body. All the dimensions are the same, but as you can see there, it has an extra big chisel tip. That's where that extra 25 grains comes from. So I really like it in these designs between the 100 and 125 grain that you can switch out the head and increase the durability, the weight, and the front of center significantly by adding that extra beefy tip to it. But we're going to be testing this 175 grain model because it's just so cool, and I love that one piece construction of A2 tool steel. Now in the closed position, these blades, first of all, they have a really sleek profile. That's going to make it very forgiving in flight. There's just 1 inch of blade sticking out and a really narrow amount of that blade. And these blades are sharpened on the ends of them with a single bevel sharpening. And in the closed position, you're getting 1 inch of cut there, and you're getting 0.3 inches of cut with a tip. So even in the closed position, you're getting 1.3 inches of cut. But then as they impact, these blades are forced back, and they force the main blades to open. And here's the head with the main blades open, and they're open to their full cutting diameter of 2 inches. So in the open position, you're getting 2.3 inches of cut with the tip and with those main blades. The blades are 0.8 millimeters thick, 0.0312 inches thick, and they're made out of 420 J2 stainless steel. And again, the whole rest of the ferrule is made out of A2 tool steel. So I'm really eager to put these heads to the test and see how they perform. $250. It penetrated 7.5 inches, and the blades stayed fully deployed throughout their entire penetration in the gel. $325. It penetrated through 57 layers, but I do want to note that's helped by that long, narrow tip doing the last inch plus of the penetrating. Here's the head after 3 shots through the MDF, and you can see it held up extremely well. There might be a little bit more curve to it than there was in the beginning to the blades, but otherwise the head just looks brand new. Here's the head after the first shot through the steel plate. It actually held up really well through the MDF, but then I'm not sure what happened. Those pins just must have broken off, and the blades got dislodged on the first shot through the steel plate. And that's unfortunate. You know, the ferrule and the tip held up perfectly well. I was really eager to see how they would do in the concrete round, being all A2 steel like that. However, they won't be able to go on to that because they lost those blades. And here's the hole that it made in the steel plate. You can see the 1-inch cut of the blades in the closed position. So what'd you think of the Bone Crusher X? Hey, there's a lot to like about this head. I wish the durability of the blade retention was a bit better, but overall it did pretty well. Check out the score sheet and see how it performed in the areas that matter to you the most, and see if it might be a good fit for you. And stay tuned for the cumulative score as well as my Lusk grade.